I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, hello everybody, this is my sketchbook video. I'm really bad at talking, so I apologize in advance, but I think I'm just gonna like flip through the thing and talk as I go. So yeah, and this is a voiceover because it's really noisy in my area, and recording on the phone is kind of difficult. Anyway, I also apologize for the quality of this video because I don't have a nice camera. I'm just doing this on my phone. I do want to get a nice camera, but until then, here we are. It's kind of why I'm not really active on YouTube, because I don't have like the right materials and anything, or the materials that I would like to make videos with, but I figured let's just go with it because I'm done this sketchbook and I just want to have a video of it out there. Anyway, I started this book in 2013 and finished it last month of this year, 2017. It's kind of just a book that I would draw in for whenever I had like art block, or if I wasn't feeling so good about myself or life or anything. So like, it's not really the best quality drawings in here, and there's mostly girls because drawing girls makes me happy. There's occasionally some stuff like this that's you know, studying anatomy and gesturing and whatever, and birds, just random little studies, but a lot of it's just like really crappy doodles, and I don't put a lot of thought into it. And the reason why it took like 4 years to complete this book is because it's a super big book. Like, there's so many pages. I think I counted over 200, but I'm not too sure on that. I have to go back and count. And B, I would just like drop it for months and not touch it, and yeah, I'd only come back to it whenever I wasn't really feeling good or whatever. There were so many times where like I wanted to give up drawing in this thing, and I just sort of kept going. So yeah, I know there's people out there churning out sketchbooks like every month, and that's amazing, and I envy those people, but I'm not one of them. I can't seem to do that. So yeah, there we go. I don't really know what else to say about this book other than what I already did. This whole sketchbook, like, it's not me trying to get into art school. I'm not in art school. I'm not a student anymore. I'm 26 years old, so I'm not really, this is really just my hobby. It's really just for fun. But like I said, this is a book I drew in mostly when I wasn't like feeling good or felt like everything sucked. Oh, that was my mom. I was gonna color that, and then my mom drew that, or wrote that in the little speech bubble thing. Anyway, kind of ticks me off, but whatever. I love my mom, so it's okay. Like, that's an example of art block. I just made a page with what. That's a crayon, those dots. And yeah. So some of these things, like that one, I think it says pickcandle@youtube.com. Like, I would be heavily inspired by other people, because like, again, this was my art block kind of book. A lot of times were like, I don't know what to draw, so I would just like go on the internet and find something and either kind of like heavily reference it or copy it. Well, not really copy, but like, you know, heavily reference it or be very inspired by it, or, you know, do that certain style that they were doing that I really admired. I would do that sometimes, but I think you can kind of tell like what's referenced and what's not in here. Well, at least I can. But yeah, see, this is a really long video, and I'm kind of running out of things to say rapidly. Oh yeah, stamps. I don't collect stamps, but people keep giving them to me because I order things online, and this one person has like really cool stamps. But anyway, this is the last page. I truly do not care about quality anymore, so suck it. That was the last page. Because what I did was like, I would draw in one page and then go on another page, like 10 pages down, and then go on a different one. It's just all over the place. This book is not like totally representative of everything I am as an artist. It's just sporadic and everywhere. Like, I don't even really care anymore. Like, I've spent so long with this book, I'm just sort of tired of it. And I don't really want to, like, touch it anymore or look at it. And I didn't even really want to, like, do this recording, but I just want to get it over with. And now that I'm doing this, I won't have to, like, deal with it anymore. And to me, that's kind of relieving, so. Sorry, I don't really know what people talk about during these videos. I feel like most of the sketchbook videos that I see on YouTube are like people talking about what they did or what materials they used, but it kind of makes more sense in their case because, I don't know, I find a lot of the sketchbook videos they're applying to some kind of art school or it's for their school that they're currently in, whereas me, this is just like, I'm just drawing, I don't really give a shit. And like as you can see, I've taped in so many things in this book that the what do you call it? The binding has completely come off. It no longer exists. And I think I ended up adding like a lot more pages, so it's just a very excessive book. And I do hope to start doing sketchbooks like more regularly, like maybe not every month and maybe every 2 months or so. I bought a smaller one, but this one was just huge and ridiculous and really hard for me to keep going in, and just the number of pages that I had left was so daunting that I would always want to give up. So that was kind of discouraging. I do really like this sketchbook in terms of paper quality though, like you can do a lot with it. I think it's a mixed media sort of paper because I have like markers and stuff in here. I've noticed there's some markers that go through the page like right there, and there's other markers and ink and pens that like don't go through the page. Like here is an example. It doesn't really go through the page, so it kind of depended on what I was using at the time. And watercolor was fine, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, this is sort of like the end of the book and I just stopped giving a shit and trying to fill it in. And these were close references. That's definitely not mine. I do have the credit on there. Like pretty much anything that I heavily referenced, I think I put the credits on the page there, so if you really want to go see them, I guess you can like pause the video, but like that's obviously lowish. I wrote that. But yeah, I just sort of stopped caring near the end of the book. I just wanted to be over with it. Over. And yeah, there's not really much else to say about this other than good riddance. I'm glad it's done. And hopefully I can get a nice camera soon. I'm planning on ordering one online after doing some research. And then maybe I can start getting more videos up. I don't know what I'm doing with my life at all, but there's my sketchbook video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a good day.